welcome everybody. This is your host Levoc, and it's time for more Kingdom Hearts 2. In the last episode, we went through Hollow Bastion and unlocked the gate. Also, we found out who the organization is. Organization 13 is. And it's, at least what we've seen, 6 people. All in black cloaks. And one of them, oh boy, this is gonna be cathartic when we finally get to him. But that's neither here nor there. That's gonna be way down the line. In this episode, we're gonna discover what these little gates are, and we're gonna actually get into something that's pretty cool: Gummie missions. So right here, we're gonna proceed through Stardust Sweep. This is basically kind of in the first Gummie mission, you had to fly to each world to get to them, and it could get annoying going from world to world. But going through the actual game itself is pretty fun. In this case, we actually have these Gummie missions where we get to pick our ship. We have sample blueprints, so we'll find blueprints along the way, and we'll get more access to more ships. We have special models, like these are like Elite X2 whatever ships, like ultimate ships. Like most of these are just kind of artsy ones, like they're very useless. And then you have original, which are our own. Real quick, before we even go into any of this, I'm going to go ahead and show you assembling a Gummie ship. Now, one thing I should mention, there is some graphical errors with displaying the Gummie ship on the icon where the Gummie ship would be once you save it. But other than that, it's mostly the same. It's mostly kept in place here with a few things here and there that may be some issues. But yeah, all this I'm gonna go into and talk extensively about. Try to select close that. So here we have the Gummie menu, the Gummie interface. Right stick moves it around, left, right, up, down. The arrow here is the direction your Gummie ship will be flying in. So the tip of the arrow is the front of the ship. Right here we have regular gummies. These are just your basic blocks, rounded blocks, and lumps, which are multiple blocks. So this looks like a basic square. Right up here you can see it takes up 4 grid spaces, as opposed to a normal one which takes up 1. In fact, what we can do here is we can actually, instead of placing it down, we can square to subtract blocks. So now we get a Minecraft stair. Well, not quite Minecraft, but yeah. Actually, this is one thing I want to see as a mod for Minecraft or Gummie ships. I don't know how you'd implement it, but I want to see a make your own Gummie ship mod for Minecraft. I think it'd be fun. But anyway, so those are your basic blocks. Here's our arrow blocks. These are flat panels. When we get to place these down, you see it's in the middle of the square. Place it and use the D-pad to move left or right. So you can either have it in the center or on the edge. So yeah, you're gonna circle there. Just so you know, you gotta use the D-pad to navigate this one. This you can use the control stick, but for these you have to use the D-pad, which I'd actually prefer the D-pad in general. This will let you move Gummie blocks that have already been in place. You can hit triangle to select a specific area. It'll select all those Gummie blocks and let you move them around. This lets you change the color. Just select whatever color and then select the block. Or alternatively, and this is actually kind of a cool thing here. Let me go ahead and kind of show an example here. So right here, if we hit L and R, we can change the color. So we'll go ahead and let me see. Have to make sure to choose the right black here. This will all make sense in a bit here. So we'll go ahead. Okay, we're gonna just kind of place some blocks here. Every time you place a block, it takes up some energy. You got 600 points to place for blocks. All these take up 1. These take up 4, 9, 4, 2. They take up more, but they also give you more HP, whereas these only give you 2 HP. These I think all only take 1, and the lumps take up the combined total of blocks. So yeah, I have some blocks here, they're all black, and we want to edit them. Well, remember I chose this shade of black. If it's square, I can open the palette, and I can change them all to, let's say, this block. And now every block that's that color changes to this color. So that's actually kind of cool. Go ahead and R1 to erase as much as we can. If we hit triangle, we switch over to Deco Gummies. These are stuff. This is where the real meat and potatoes of the gummy comes in. We have cockpits, shields. If you don't have any shields right now, optional, which usually add power. And they basically come in the form of lights, and I think one of them is a wheel. But basically, in order to make a gummy, you need a cockpit. So we'll go ahead and get this one out. This is our starting cockpit. Make it nice and centered. I'll set it right there. I'm not going to worry about color right now. Next we'll need some wings. Right here we have two options of wings. We got 4 Tempest wings. These little kind of curved upwards wings. Look a little weird, but you know, we can add them on. Use the left analog stick to change the direction of stuff. I can't really describe how it works, just kind of have to feel for it. And use the D-pad to move it into place. Much like with the flat wings, so aerodynamic wings on the other menu, we can move these up and down, or keep them in the center. Same with these. So any wing gummies you can actually change. Now, one thing I should go ahead and note: placing a Deco Gummy with another Deco Gummy will delete the previous Deco Gummy. So right there, I just deleted the other one. However, say we want a really fancy wing design, and we want to keep the wing we have, we can use arrow gummies to decorate this wing. And we'll say, not this one, this one I think will work. Can put this in here. No, let's try this one. Yeah, that'll work. So we can set this here and we can match it, or we can place it down here if we wanted to, make it seem like it's a little floaty. And place it in right there, matches. A little too far there. There we go. But say there's that little spot in there where the wing comes out. We don't want that, so we'll just do that. So there. Yeah, and we can also do it on the other side. So that explains the wing gummies. Engine gummies. Here we have our basic engines. These allow you to maneuver faster, and both the wings, arrows, and the boosters here allow you to actually move your gummy. Otherwise, it'll chug like a horse. That's not even close. It'll chug like a horse that's waterlogged. Let's just put it that way. Impact gummies. This is like drills. We don't have any of those yet. Slash gummies. These are swords. We don't have any of those yet. Lock-on gummies. These are pretty interesting. All these are weapon gummies, by the way. These are tools you use to attack during the battle. The Thunder G, Thunder, and I think Ultima is the other one. You got Thunder, Thundera, Thundega, and you got Ultima and Ultimaga. I think I could be or maybe it's Gravity. I can't remember, but either way, you have these. And they lock on enemies when you press and hold the fire button, and when you release it, it launches torpedoes at them, doing. Right here you can see offense 100 damage, and it can target 2 enemies at a time. So I'm assuming that damage is split between enemies, so you can deal 50 damage to enemies. I'm not a big fan of these gummies because they require you to let go of the button, and instead I prefer these these gummies: Blizzard, Fire, and a few others that we'll get. These are going to be your main projectiles. These are where your damage is going to be dealt. The fire gummy always fires one shot forward, whereas the Blizzard gummy will split the shot, arcing it. Doing a bit of a spread shot. Let's see what else. I think that's all we can really discuss right now. So I'm not gonna save this. I'm gonna build other ships, and I'm gonna do that later. But I just wanted to show that off. Right here we have our starting ship, which you can kind of see the little icon on the sample. Kind of looks a little messy. You kind of see right through it. That's not. It's supposed to look like what you see on the side here. This is, of course, the ship that we start off on. And right here we get a pretty cool intro scene to the gummies. You can skip this anytime you want by pressing X. Yeah. So here we have our last chance. You can start or abort the mission. We'll go ahead and start. And again, you can skip through this if you want to. But this is pretty freaking awesome how it opens up. Actually, I just came to a really interesting thought. Where is this space at? Because it's not where you think it'd be, because we haven't unlocked that world yet. But anyway, here we have our base controls. Use left analog stick to turn the gummy ship and press X to fire. Throughout the battle, we'll fight certain boss enemies, and we can actually use the term quote-unquote boss. These are basically gold and red variants of enemies that we'll see normally. They take a little bit longer to hit, and we can actually get items from them. That's where the treasure is. Just for completing the game, the level will get some treasure. So yeah, by rapidly tapping X, we can actually fire, or actually, you can hold X, and you see it targets certain enemies and deals damage to them. Right here's the red enemy I was talking about. Destroy them and get that item. Now the ultimate goal for this mission anyway is to make it to S rank. As you defeat enemies, they drop medals. And you see we are already at rank 5. So in order to get to S rank, we need to be at rank 30, I believe. There we go. Whenever we get hit, I'm gonna go ahead and switch it to full auto. Whenever we get hit, we lose a rank, but we can gain more by collecting enough. Nah, I wasn't able to. What was that? Hey, nope. We can gain more by getting enough medals. I don't think we're gonna do much right now because I'm not really at a strong enough state to really do much. As we complete these missions, I defeat bosses, and I think this is a boss that can actually get us an item if we beat him. Yep, there we go. We get more materials, we get more items, we get more equipment to play around with, more to edit our gummies. Right there you can see we can actually miss our, medals, so it's very easy not to hit the medals or supposed to get the medals. It's very easy to defeat an enemy and then not get medals for him. So you gotta be very careful about that. If possible, try to prioritize. Right there, we could hit that guy in the back, but there we go. Got a lock for that. We have another boss enemy. Just disable all the arms. That's really all you can do. You gotta disable the arms and disable the little tail thing at the bottom, and then go for the main body. Keep getting hit. And we're gonna, Oh no, we don't have to aim for the tail, we just have to aim for the body. And you ran out of time, so you ran away. And I believe we're at the end of the course as well. That's a bummer, we only got 9. We only got to rank 9, so we're not even close to getting S rank. But we did unlock mission levels 1 and 2. Mission level 1 is basically the same as what we just saw here. Mission level 2 is defeat X number of baddies. You're essentially going through the same course, just with different, like, the enemies laid out differently. You got level 2 blueprint, high wind level 2, we got a heal upgrade, which we'll actually get into that. I might as well make the entire episode about that. Then we got heal, blizzard, fire, and 10 material G. I think material G are just the squares. So right here. Nope, okay. Whenever you beat the missions after your first time, it'll ask you if you want to return to the Gummie Garage or the world map. So yeah, I figure we might as well go back in the Gummie Garage and kind of show off. Go into the editor here, and we got high wind level 2. As you can see, it has a little more defense and a little higher speed. Not much else. But one thing I do want to show off real quick. Instead of building completely from scratch, if you don't want to build a completely brand new Gummie ship, what you can actually do is build a pre-existing Gummie ship. Like say, we like the design of the high wind. I don't really like that. The little ring around it. But I do want that ability. So we go and select this ship. And this is going to tell us about abilities. Basically, here are abilities. You equip them, make sure not to run out of AP. You'll always have 8 AP to use. Actually no, I think you get more AP as you go along eventually. But yeah, we go ahead and just hit X to select it. Each ability does something different. Heal upgrade, increase the recovery effect of HP orbs, so you'll recover more, your HP, more HP. But yeah, anyway. So right here we have a Gummie ship, and we got 3 more fire and 2 more blizzard, but we don't have enough to put either of those up. However, these thunders cost 132. So what I'm gonna do is go in here and delete these 2 thunders. By the way, whenever you're editing deco or material gummies, whichever one you have selected is which one can be edited. So if you want to delete, say, this block here, I can't. Not without going into this menu, selecting an item, and then deleting it from there. And I'm not going to actually delete it. Yeah, real quick, got quite a bit to play around with here. So I'm going to set that there, and then I'm going to set these here, and here. Then we have one more blizzard we can use, which I actually kind of want to hide a little bit, so I'm going to hide it in here, and actually no, further back right here. That'll hide it perfectly. Except that you do see it through here. So I do want to that not quite. There we go. Okay. So that not only makes everything nice and even, nice and equal, but also blends that in pretty well. And now we have a modified Gummie ship. Let's see, there's something I want to do with. Let's see here. Is that? No, it's this one. That's the one in there. Hold on. No, it's not. Oh, it's 2. That's why. Okay, that's right. That one's 2 blocks. Duh. Okay, so yeah. We have a few more blocks. We can actually fill this out a little bit and actually give us and actually give us some more HP without actually making any physical changes to the ship. We can give ourselves that. And there you see it's completely blended in, despite the fact that we painted it green. I painted it green so it'd be easier for me to see. And we have a standard high wind Gummie. That is modified. There we go. And when we go back here, we can actually see its stats. So let's compare it to the original. And it's not going to be a huge difference. But 275 attack here. This one has 250. Oh, because we sacrificed the thunders. The thunders add a lot of numbers to it. So if you don't like thunder, you're gonna have to get used to having a lower attack. 114 to 125, 24, 24. So I think we can actually increase this a little bit more. This is going past the limit I want to go to, but I kind of want to show this off. Future installments of this will be sped up. I want to do this. Actually, I think I might know how I want to do this. So let's there we go. And plop this down. Here, okay. Actually, let me see how that would look first. Something like that. Looks fine like that, doesn't it? Doesn't look bad. Gonna have to do something about the other side though. That's gonna be a oh, still doesn't look bad even with the circle piece. I might be able to make it look a little better. Start there and there. That gives us a little bit of. Oh, that one doesn't look that good. Ah. Oh. I'm gonna keep with this one to give us a little bit of maneuverability. And there's not much else I can change. Now, oh, wait. There we go. Looks a little weirder now, but yeah, that does help it a little bit. And if you don't care about the looks of this, just keep in mind you don't have to just do whatever. I'm just trying to keep this at least a little bit uniformed. It's kind of my ADD kicking in when I do that. And of course, there we go. And with this, we can actually move this in a little bit, and there we go. It's somewhat strange, but you wouldn't notice it on the battlefield. One last thing I should mention real quick. Where you place the guns does not matter. They'll always fire from the same direction no matter what. So yeah, we got our heal upgrade, we got all that, so let's go ahead and save our new Highwind mod and see what the difference is. 63 maneuverability. Not bad at all. So yeah. So this is one of those things that you can get pretty lost in that too. Seems like we favor mobility. But yeah. So we'll go ahead and go back to the world map, and I'll show that one off in another episode. Maybe the next episode actually, because I might go ahead and do this just to get over with. I'm not going to be doing the level 1 and level 2 ranks, at least not on screen. I might do them off screen. Actually, I think I will show them off. So yeah, I'll show them off. I'll show them off the first one anyway, to kind of show you what they're kind of like. They're all the same in each world, so I'll go ahead and show these off in the next episode actually, because this is going on for about 26 minutes. I do want to try to keep these episodes a little shorter, and this one ran on a lot longer than I wanted it to. So yeah, next episode we'll be going back into the Stardust Sweep and showing off the level 1 and level 2 rank missions. But until then, I will see you guys later.